Dear Twin Flame souls out there, welcome to the Twin Flame Awakening podcast. And today is a special episode because we are entering into the full moon, and on top of that, we are in a Mercury retrograde. And the reason I wanted to talk about this specific topic today, to give you a guidance and enlightenment what you have to do during this time, because the things are going to be very, very intense. And also that you will feel that, okay, the energies are intense. I know many of you are feeling very differently over the past days, and many things have happened, including myself. So I try to bring in the reasons why is it happening, what can you do differently, and how to make the most out of this full moon. As we know, full moons are very intense, and this time the full moon is in Scorpio. So hello, all the Scorpios out there. How is it going? We all know that Scorpions are very deep, and they are very loving and caring, and they like to be around other people. And Scorpios are known for the very high sexual energy. So when you are on this twin flame connection, these kind of feelings might come up with, and I'm talking about them more in detail at the end of this video or along this story and the podcast episode. The emotions will be running high. So because Scorpios are very deeply connected, like they have a high intensive energy, like feelings. They really feel people. They like to be around it. They like to have the physical touch. They not need to feel that they are needed. And now, whereas the full moon is here, many of us can feel that we are lacking out of love, emptiness, loneliness, and all these kind of shadow feelings that make you to feel that you're not good enough. But this full moon is actually where you actually have to go into your inner darkness and transform this into something really positive. So when you are a twin flame, you know you're missing your twin flame a lot, and you would like to be together, and you have this inner sense that when it will happen, then now is a very powerful time for you to go inside, not outside, not to communicate with your twin flame. And I will tell you why not to communicate with your twin flame or your lovers at the moment. I mean, you will have tests over this time. I would say Friday, Saturday, Sunday, definitely very intense time of period with communication. And here it comes in the Mercury retrograde. Mercury is all about communication and sharing information and giving information. So which means now Mercury is in retrograde. And I would like to bring out the Capricorns, Taurus, and Virgo. Really watch out for it, that you might have very intense times. So you can let me know in the comments which zodiac sign are you, so we could help each other over these 3-4 days, very intense energies. So what will you feel as a twin flame? First of all, you might feel that this whole connection is falling apart, and you don't understand at all why your twin flame is not communicating with you. The second part is that your twin flame can come back during this intense period of time, because the sexual energy, the energy of being together is very high due to Scorpio. So what happens is that you have a miscommunication and misunderstanding of each other, because the Mercury is in retrograde, so everything goes like backwards. Like you try to say, I feel like this, while it comes out completely different, and it can cause a very huge intense in between you and your twin flame, either if you're in contact or you're not. Then another thing is that it's time to reflect. And as we know, twin flames are our mirror, they're our soul. So when they show up, they will show you something that you have to work on it. So if you get the message this weekend from your twin flame, or they pop up in your dreams or somewhere, even in the physical world, they have something very important to tell you that you have to work on. This truth might be very painful for you and you might not like it, but here is another thing. Full moons are the time where the transformation happens. And if you let go during the full moon of the things that no longer are part of you, you manifest it. So it goes away. So for example, I bring in here, you are wishing to be with your twin flame, but there are a lot of things to let go of yourself. For example, a fear of being alone, or fear of abandonment, or fear of not being good enough, or fear of what is wrong with me, or why things don't move as smoothly, or your finance, or anything like that. So when your twin flame pops back, or you see something that reminds you, this is your sign to let go of. I have been thinking a lot, and there has been quite a lot of requests, and I'm just putting it out there for those who are listening, that if you would like me to take you on a guided journey of how to let go properly and how to process this whole information, because twin flame communication is a lot of sign-based communication, like dreams. You get signs from the universe itself, which guides you along the way where you are with your process. And I can tell you pretty much, I mean, I don't want to say 100%, but there's a very high chance that this weekend there is something going to unravel for you, because the energy is very, very intense. Many of us, I've received a lot of messages from my friends and saying, what is happening? Everybody's so moody. I can't be really around them. If I tell them something, they don't like it. If I feel their energy and they say, you should calm down and have the moment on your own, they take it personally. And the reason here is because of the Mercury retrograde. As everything what you say goes in reverse and people don't feel it or understand it, and it's the same in twin flame connection and your lover connection. So for example, your exes or your previous marriages can come back to you during this weekend and tell you something, and then it's better for you to reflect that, because you let go of it. Do not react to it, because when you react to it, you give this energy back and it will stay with you. Instead, let's say, I'm bringing an example. Your ex-lover is coming back to you and saying, oh, we had very good times, but you were very controlling about our relationship, and I think that's why it fell apart. And you don't like hearing that, because you're like, what do you mean by controlling? I'm not controlling in our relationship. The thing is, maybe there is certain part of you controls because you are afraid of losing. You're afraid of losing love, or you're afraid of losing a person because you have had loss in your life or in your past lives. So take this example like, okay, maybe I was controlling. And what controls me? What controls my thoughts? What controls this fear? And when you take this piece by piece, you have an answer. And then during the full moon, you say, the fear of being alone, or the fear of being alone, like the fear of being not being loved, or the fear of losing something, no longer controls me, because I know who I am, and I know that I am meeting with the people, or I will meet the people who will guide me along the way. I don't have to have the control over what is happening in this world or try to control. And then you really let go of it, but you have to say it out or write it out. Many of us will also, here is also another thing that I would like to bring it out, that it's time to cut the cords with everything that no longer serves you. So especially you. If you have something that you've been carrying with yourself for a very long time, it's really time now to let go of it. So think for a moment, anything, whatever. The job you do, you don't like it. I'm not saying that you have to quit your job today, but start finding something else that you're supposed to do. The people you meet, you feel like they are not exactly aligned with your values, start slowly saying, okay, I will see them less. I will go somewhere new. I will meet new people. So try this full moon and this Mercury retrograde to be very careful of your communication, what you're putting out there. So I believe that also my message right now is a bit rushed, and many of you will be questioning, why should I do this? What do you mean by that? But it's very powerful. I myself tomorrow will go and do a very deep inside breath work and meditation, sound healing process, because I can feel that there is a big transformation, like a big one. And if you go through this, because it's also lunar eclipse, we have like a full madness going on. So we have to trust this journey right now and not to put out there based on emotions and what we feel inside. So I'm just gonna say that do not make impulsive decisions. Like if you have like the major decisions you are thinking of doing, don't do it. Like don't go out there and say, like for example to your twin flame, something based on your really fiery emotions, because I believe you're going to feel them. So instead, write about your feelings, go inside and ask yourself, why am I feeling this? What is happening to me? The next thing is to embrace the change. And that's, I know many of you do not like it and you think that the change is always positive. The changes can be also negative, but the positive comes afterwards. What I mean is like, for example, if something really happened to you this weekend or is about to happen to you and you did not like it, don't react to it with your emotions. Instead, embrace it. Because the Mercury retrograde is a time of transformation and evolution, so which can provide positive impact at the end of the twin flame relationship. But when you react now, you might do something that was based on your mind and your emotion, not on your soul level. And it's a perfect time now to turn the negative into a positive. So you have to be patient, honest, and very open-minded, and then you can navigate this challenge. So that's why I'm making this very quick episode and a short episode to help you to understand that this is a very, very intense time, and just go within, do a meditation. Once again, if any of you would wish me to guide you along this process when we have a next full moon or a new moon coming up, let me know and I will try to put together the guide right before that we all can do it together, and that will help you during this process. Like I said, I never planned any of this, doing it the way I'm doing it right now, but so many of you have written me so many beautiful messages and emails, and I apologize that I haven't replied for all of you straight after. Like I said, it's a Mercury retrograde and everything takes double the time, and I'm really trying hard to get the message out there as soon as I can, so I apologize for that. But reading your stories, my beautiful souls, is the best gift ever, and having and seeing almost 800 subscribers on YouTube. Oh my God, you are amazing. So if you found this information right now, the very quick one, helpful for you, and understanding that, okay, yes, there are high emotions out there and things are happening, I need to calm down. The communication will get lost in the translation because of the Mercury retrograde and a full moon that is in Scorpio. So take your time to go inwards. Really, tomorrow on 5th of May, go inwards and trust the moon and trust what you're feeling. Everything that you're feeling, let go. If you can, go do meditation. If you can, do breath work. If you can, do sound healing. If any of these you can do, go within and watch the magic happen. I will make a follow-up of my own breathwork session where I can tell you what happened and why happened and how this lunar eclipse is very powerful. So thank you so much for listening to this episode. It's a very quick one, but it's for you to dive into this crazy madness weekend. Thank you so much for listening and subscribing to my channel. If you would like to have more of these updates and stay sane during this crazy twin flame journey, please like and subscribe and leave even a comment if you have a moment, because it means the world to me and brings the smile on my face. So thank you so much, and until the next episode that is coming out on Sunday, if the Mercury retrograde will not come up with something. Thank you so much.
And my feet would not get tired. Where you go, I'll go. Winter or summer.